If you got a dirty mind, you need brainwashing. Travis Soda Well, it's Pure Sound Daily Business. Peace. This is one of our core messages, attached to our fundamentals of thinking, asking, and doing. And to continue to do the mental, emotional, and spiritual hygiene, which is the real deep work. We say the griefs, the disappointments, and the sore temptations. The mistreatment we've had, inconsideration, dishonesty, disrespect. These can be traumas embedded in the subconscious mind. The thinking you don't know you're thinking. This could be holding you back, keeping you where you at. I didn't realize how much doubt I had rooted in my subconscious. And knowing about it is only part of the setup for a breakthrough. So I knew I had my doubts. First, it's just knowing that I didn't know things. And this is where the first steps to overcoming the ego. I read old Iceberg Slim books. And it was, the 60s, so 1960s, 1970s, street talk. And one of my favorite phrases is dummy up. And that has never not helped me to dummy up. When I think I know something, I'm being smart. I have all the answers. To dummy up. It's used in different ways. However, I'm telling you how I took it and applied it to help me. I have a lot of interesting self-serving language. I have a lot of interesting self-talk. I've consumed a lot of interesting entertainment. And I've always been interested in slang, just language in general. I think if there was one thing I would go back and do, it would be to study language. And I still don't know all the things I could do with that, quote unquote. However, I do know that when we talk about the levels of profit and that communication, i.e. language, understanding how to speak, how to communicate a thought, an idea, a feeling, an emotion, that level, which is the third level on the profit scale, first level being those who do the work, second level being the people who manage the people who do the work, and the third level being people that can communicate an idea, thought, emotion, feeling. So studying language, I'm sure, would have helped me have communication to whatever I wanted to do. You can do it if you can speak it. Speak it into existence, or literally just speaking. I know speakers get paid well. Again, it's what value are they bringing? They bring in new ideas, they bring in feelings, they bring in experience. Feelings, we could say entertainers, obviously, new ideas. It could be anything from a high level teacher, coach, just a speaker, motivational speaker. And when we start tying in a product, tying in solving a specific problem that occurs for businesses, for people that have money to get that problem taken care of. And we're talking about communication. Of course, the top level of profits is imagination. So when you have a imaginatory, a new innovation, something of the imagination to bring And to be able to communicate it to people, that's big money. But it doesn't have to just be an idea. It can be a new innovation. Right? It was the imagination that brought the product of Apple products. It was in someone's imagination, the concept. This is what I want to do. And this is the idea I'm attaching to the product. Building a brand. And now, of course, we all know what that's turned into. Big profit. So, going back to the doubt I had, rooted in my subconscious mind. The conscious mind, starting out, I just knew I didn't know things, and I knew I needed to know things. That's healthy doubt, by the way. Questioning. Opening up to new ideas, new information. So I use the word doubt, and it can be negative or positive. Any word we use can be negative or positive. Again, as we was talking in the other day, I didn't go into this demonstration but you get to define these words for yourself. We at Pure Sound L build a culture. Part of culture is we have a certain language we use. Now that's designed by me. But if you need to use other words, great. Things such as, what came to mind was things like belief, library. It's like I've heard people that don't like these words because they have lie within them. That's fine. That's great. I use them. Doesn't bother me. But if that's what you need to do to have self-serving language to push yourself forward, do it. Give yourself permission. In other words, want. Now, I was back and forth with the word want. And really, the only reason I use the word want is just to be simple. To be simple, it's in some of the literature that we have in my school of thought. So I was like, okay, hey, the founder used it. I guess I can use it. But I have every right to not use it. And whatever words you wish to use, don't want to use. So I had my doubts, question things. These doubts led me to jump forward a ways of, I knew I needed a marketable skill if I wanted to be an entrepreneur. What I was working on was literally cooking up, literally creating a catering business, researching a food truck, developing the skill of mastering cooking, right? And of course, how do we do the business piece? We were developing that part. That's where I was looking to get coaching, get more information. I just started my journey of online education. Remember one particular first higher ticket, not high ticket, which would be, let's say 5 figures, just 4 figure. The low end of high ticket. First 4 figure, couple $1,000 item I bought for online education was in this time when I was building the catering business, continuing to decide how we were going to do it. Brick and mortar, food truck, don't want to do catering, event planning, all these things. I knew I needed a marketable skill and doubted what I could not do. Moved into personality type. I was all in on the food service. Personality type happened. This is when COVID was, so I pumped the brakes on the food service. And personality type kept growing. This is when I really started to notice my doubts. Can I do something with this? I really like this. This feels like purpose. But is it? Can I do something with this information? Intellectual property. I don't even know how to do anything. However, I kept going deeper. I just said, hey, made a decision. It said, by faith and my belief. So we're going to take this to its conclusion with personality type, psychological type. What Carl Jung brought and what was handed to me. Intangibly, what was handed to me as my brain's ownership manual. Understanding myself at a deeper level. Wanting to give other people that. Still having my doubts. I just kept going deeper. Not knowing what I was doing, but going deeper. Paying the money to get the coaching, paying the money to learn things, have new ideas. Continue to have new experiences. Continue to open myself up to ask questions. So again, the doubts were good because they led to questions. What am I doing? How can I do it? And then with psychological type, it came business principles. And yeah, I like this. And I bought a few coaching programs, was just watching videos, was getting it. I'm like, okay, I can tie this in with psychological type, right? Mindset, I could be a coach. And then it wasn't until a live event that someone who didn't know me knew me for under an hour, didn't say it in these words, but mirrored me in, why are you doubting why you're here? The flip switched. The flip of moving from, there is a time for asking questions, taking in information. The flip that switched was, there was a time for intention. There was a time to move for what am I doing to this is what I am doing. And I still have questions. I'm going to ask those questions. I'm going to get the information because I'm going to walk this journey with intention. And I always have doubt. It's rooted in me. But to be very aware of it and to make that breakthrough with using new ideas to replace old ideas, to get into my thinking and uncover those doubts that still lie within my unconscious mind. So continue to get your new ideas, y'all. Do the work to brush away the thoughts that you know you're thinking and get to that deep work of the thoughts that you don't know you're thinking. Travis Soda Well. It's Pure Sound Daily Business. Peace.